Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action, back with my second April update. I'm going to burn through this one quick. DVDs, Blu-rays, and Hong Kong DVDs on the end, as well as two special surprises for this update. A new format for me. My God, yes, a new format, but also an old one. So the first DVD is The Snowman. Now, I know this won all kinds of awards and things. It wasn't something I was particularly looking for, but I found it for $1 and it was brand new. And I quite like Michael Fassbender, so I'm gonna see what this was all about. Looks like an interesting thriller anyway. So that's The Snowman. If you've seen it, let me know. Same with Hail Caesar. I quite like the the Coen brothers, films. They're mostly all pretty funny, and the cast are always good. And this one sort of just passed me by, and again, found this for $1, brand new. I can't argue with that. Pretty recent too. And I know it's got cameos from Dolph Lundgren in it, so that's going to be good fun. Hail Caesar, see what that's like. Oh, I was happy to find this one. The Tezuka Osamu Director's Suite. The guy that did Astro Boy, basically. Experimental films put out by Madman a long time ago. Goes for a few dollars now, so I found this one for like $2, I think. And that's a neat little set. The little small films, experimental films from 60s. So you get the disc. There you go. All kinds of stuff about Osamu. And yeah, neat little set. So I was happy to pick that one up for $2. Very cool. Shark Night. Been putting this one off forever. I got my shark trashy films, but this one just looked too Hollywood for me. And well, $1. Anything's $1. I'm just lucky to pick it up. It's just gonna happen. And it was practically new. Little mark down there, but the disc is new. So there you go. Shark Night. This one made it to cinema. Let's see if it's any good. No idea. Oh yeah, Ninja Grandmasters of Death, also called A Life of Ninja. This is some pretty trashy chop socky stuff here, directed by Lee So-nam, and stars Yasukai Karuta and Chen Kwan Tai. And I haven't put this one on yet. I just put it on to check out the release. It's in scope. It's not anamorphic, but it's fine. It's dubbed in 2 different options for German and 2 different English dubbings. And I flicked through them, and the first one is more traditional, like 80s style, and the second one sounds like it's pretty new and might have been going for the laughs. So I'll watch it with the first one. And anyway, that's a great cover, and it's got a reverse cover too, which you can see underneath there, and that's what the disc looks like as well. So yeah, very cool. Ninja's Grandmaster of Death. And underneath that, the last DVD, Silent Madness. One of those forgotten slashers, has never gone past VHS, and Germany has come to the rescue with a DVD. And it's claiming to be anamorphic and 1/66:1. That is correct. I put it in just to check it out. Audio is fine. Picture is unremastered. And look, it definitely is 1/66:1, and it is anamorphic, but it doesn't feel right. It feels a bit cramped, maybe zoomed. And I did get to one part of the picture when the head was cut in half. So there's obviously more picture to be shown. So yeah, look, it's still the best we've got so far. It's better than my VHS that's covered in mold, and don't think there's any other options. So there you go, Silent Madness. Certainly has a really cool cover too. Always loved that one. Right, that's the DVDs. And quite a mammoth pile of Blu-rays we're going to go through here. Slipcovers first. We have Dario Argento Presents The Sect, filmed by Michele Soavi. I quite like this one. Lots of people don't. But this was one of the first Italian horror films I ever saw. I bought this on a Italian DVD in the early 2000s from... Does anyone remember Exploited Cinema with no E? Just Exploited Cinema. That was where you got stuff before Diabolic DVD. That was one of the early importers. And I really enjoyed it. It's a good one. And this cover from Scorpion is just amazing. Fantastic artwork on that. So I'd be really happy to revisit this one. Nice remastered print and a bunch of features, 2 discs. You can get a cheaper set as well, I think from Amazon. That's just one disc. They're doing that with a few films, The Church and Opera being two others, but there you go. You get a different cover underneath. And those retail editions are one disc only, so if you just if you're just a casual fan of the film, you can go and get the cheaper edition. But if you want the better, I'm never gonna get these back on one-handed. Bloody slips. Why do I like them anyway? If you want the full edition, go to Diabolic DVD or RonanFlix.com. And we get some Vinegar Syndromes now. Penitentiary 2. Again, fantastic cover. With Rudy Ray Moore. And Mr. T is in this one. It's awesome. Love the slips that Vinegar Syndrome do. They're just these thick, awesome things. I haven't seen part 2 before. It just never happened. So now I get to check it out. So that's cool. And wouldn't be part 2 without part 1. Penitentiary. Look at that embossed 3D boxing glove. I really love their slips. They just do an amazing job. And this one with Leon Isaac Kennedy. And this one's good. I had this on Aerodrome DVD, and it's a good fun one. Part 3, it would be nice if that would come out. That was a Canon film, and my VHS is beyond saving. It is so moldy, which is a shame. Blue Vengeance, don't know much about this one. From their new lineup of April. Blue Vengeance, cool cover again. Just looks like a forgotten little 80s horror film. So, yeah, I'll check this one out without knowing too much about it. I don't mind doing that. When you get the pre-order prices, they're 40% off. So, it's pretty good value. You are about to experience terror. What a great cover. Jeez. Knocking out of the park, double-sided. And this cover as well, this was on a Scorpion double feature DVD. And that cover under there, just amazing. This is directed by Norman Warren. And there's a little write-up for you there. So it's inspired by Italian Gothic horror films, Terror. But nowhere near as good. Still, it's fun. But the best one, Bloodhook. This is their best one for this lineup. Another slasher type movie taken off the list of shame and rescued from a pretty average looking Troma DVD, which had that cover, which is such a gaudy cover. The film deserves more than that. It's another one of those ones that's released by Troma but not made by Troma. Check out those beautiful shots. Fantastic. So that's a lovely upgrade there for Bloodhook. A good fun little slasher. I took advantage of the Ronin sale a little while ago, and only just arrived now for various reasons, but it doesn't matter. The Terror Within 2, I can see a few people groaning already, with R. Lee Ermey, and respect to him, he passed away last week. It's such a shame at 74, but he has a bit part in this. There it is there. Oh dear. Yeah, not a quality film, but it's a bit of fun, so that's Terror Within 2. Spontaneous Combustion, Toby Hooper film. This is one of the earlier Code Red Blu-rays, even though it's number 45. This was like the first one they put out. Code Red with Brad Dourif. Upgrade from DVD for me. I like this one. This one's good fun. Don't know why it took me so long to pick it up, but everything in this sale was 50% off, so I can't argue with that. Scream, the 80s Scream. Another slasher. Many people don't think too fondly of this film, but I haven't seen it for a few years, and I'm going to give it another go. I know a few that do like it, but most don't think too fondly of it. But we'll check out this new Blu-ray. The cat is meowing at me down there. Yes, cat, I hear you. Sweet Baby Charlie. What a cover. Just a grimy black and white... will you stop meowing at me? Grimy black and white exploitation film, also known as... Flip the cover, that stupid clip on it. Get under there. Come on, come on. Jingle, jingle, jingle goes the cat. Also called The Sadist, as you can see there. But I prefer the Sweet Baby Charlie name and the cover. So there you go. Haven't checked this one out yet, but it looks like a good trashy piece of fun. Human volcano of unpredictable terror. Cry of a Prostitute. What a title with Henry Silva. and Barbara Boucher. Awesome. This is going to be sleaze. That's what this is going to be. Absolute and pure sleaze. My God. Look at that. That's just amazingly sleazy. Directed by Andrew Bancini, sorry. And, yep, I've heard from many people that this is one of Henry Silver's slimiest roles, so looking forward to that. Last Hunter, awesome film. Directed by the great Anthony Dawson. No, that's Margaret. David Warbeck, Tisa Farah, John Steiner. And, yeah, this is a good war action, jungle action film, and was the first of three loosely released at the same time. Well, after each other, there was Tornado and then Tiger Joe. It would be nice to get proper releases of those as well. Good fun one, this Last Hunter. The Carrier upgrade from DVD and already technically deleted. The reason being, as most of you probably know by now, Code Red botched the theatrical cut on this disc. It has a director's cut, which is the main one, longer film, and then there's the theatrical cut, which was on the DVD. And there's a dropout halfway through the film, and then it loses sync and never regains it, so it's unwatchable. So they recalled it, and typical Code Red have no interest in repressing it. You know, Yabu sucks to you. But mine had already shipped. Plus, as I said, the director's cut is fine. So that is The Carrier. Weird-ass film about cats. That's a good way of putting it. Kill or Be Killed. This formerly was a Code Red title, but is now from Dark Force Entertainment, who is, they say they're unrelated, but they're some kind of sister label, basically. They really are. They've got their own numbering scheme going on, but I'm not paying attention to that. Their first release was Offerings, but I grabbed the 88 films release, which you can see over there. But Kill or Be Killed, finally on Blu-ray. The prequel to Kill and Kill Again, which Scorpion put out some time ago. And yeah, it's nice to have this remastered from the IP. It's not the world's best remastering, but it certainly was authentic to a grindhouse-style action martial arts film. So that's good fun to have Kill or Be Killed on proper disc. It's only ever had VHS and bootleg DVDs. Offerings, I went for the 88 edition, as I said, just purely because I heard that the video quality of this was going to be a bit better, so I did. A mediocre slasher, but better than being on a full-screen Vipco DVD, that's for sure. So nice to have a remastered edition of this one finally, and it's good that we're knocking off a lot of these films now, the lesser-known ones. Getting HD treatment, getting remastered picture, so it's good. Arrow Films now, Deranged. I went through the Arrow sale. Pretty lightweight this time. I just got 3 titles for about $48 shipped for 3, which is pretty good. Deranged, absolute classic, upgrading from my DVD. Yeah, this one's great, and has a lot of special features on there too. I haven't checked out the Blue yet. I had the Cinema Cult DVD, but Deranged is definitely one that everyone needs to see. About a serial killer. You can see on the back there. Read some plot there as you wish. And yeah, nice features on this one as well. So Deranged. Upgrade again, The Stuff. It's the reverse cover. I thought that was pretty cool. They released this years ago. I just never picked it up because I had the Monster Pictures DVD, which looked really good. But, you know, it was in sale for about £7.50, so decided I may as well upgrade. Good fun 80s. Wouldn't say comedy horror, but it's certainly not taking itself too seriously. All about basically killer tubs of yogurt. So it's a bit like Slurm in Futurama, really. And absolute classic Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I let my steelbook go and funded the MRA case, as I heard. You would have heard my last update. Got sick of steelbooks, got rid of a lot of them, and used that money to buy replacement in MRA, normal, regular cases, and had a lot left over to buy more, so it worked out well. More movies, less steel. That's what I say. Classic film from Philip Kaufman and starring Donald Sutherland, Leonard Nimoy, and has a bunch of features, so very cool. And Copland picked up cheap, very, very cheap. $4 I think I paid. Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro. What a cast. I don't even have this on DVD. Don't know why. I don't know why I've never seen this Stallone film. But I think I thought it was more thriller and less action. But whatever it is, I really want to check this out very soon. Copland. I've heard great things about that. And great things I've heard about Charlie Varick. This one's been recommended to me by a few people. I was subtly pushed into buying it. No, not really. But yeah, lots of recommendations on Charlie Varick to me. Walter Matthau in a Don Siegel film, isn't it? Don Siegel, yeah. And yeah, I'm expecting this to be great. As it says from the man that brought you Dirty Harry. Just a mid-70s awesome little action, dirty crime kind of film. Stole from the mob, running for his life. It's one that's passed me by. And I'm actually been catching up on a lot of 70s films that, you know, the men in suits and crime films. It's just passed me by. Even some of the less Death Wish Bronson films, you know, the other ones I've been catching up on. And yeah, really enjoying those. So I'm thinking that's going to be in the same style. And that's Charlie Varick. Limited to 3,000 copies from Indicator. And comes with a nice poster thing. Ugh. Get the disc, you get a big booklet, not a poster, big booklet about the movie, and a reverse cover that has the ratings on it, which I've already flipped. Nice clean covers. Really like to see that. So that's awesome, Charlie Varick. And less awesome, oh dear, Steven Seagal in Contract to Kill. I am a Seagal completist. I have read from the book of Seagalology, and I bow down at Seagal. No, not really. But I do see them all. I have to see them all. It's just going to happen. I don't care. I've got to see them all. And it was as what I expected. He just mumbles his way through this one. It's probably the worst I've seen him acting so far in terms of his speech. It's just mumbles. It's shocking. He does do a bit more slap foo fighting than he has done in other things like Sniper, where he just sat in a chair the whole fucking time. But look, it's entertaining despite him, and that's what I say about a lot of his films. The rest of the cast make them fun. So, you know, Contract to Kill, another Seagal film where he does very little, but his mates make up for it. And the Mummy trilogy. Now, I wasn't expecting to be buying this, but I found it mispriced for $5. Mummy Returns, and Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Never saw the third one. Don't even know if I'm going to watch it now. But, you know, the first two, I didn't mind too much. They're just light popcorn films. And as I said, this was mispriced. I paid $5 for 3 separate Blu-rays. Stuck up there. Get down. Yep, there we go. 3 separate discs, and now it doesn't want to close. Maybe that's why it was mispriced. Anyway, yeah, the sticker on it was priced for just the Mummy, and I guess CEX weren't paying too much attention, but, you know, they lost my gain. And as has been tradition the last few updates, the last pile is the Hong Kong, Japanese, Asian, Korean, Chinese pile. City of Lost Souls, a Takeshi Miike film I have not seen. I picked it up locally for $7. Can't argue with that. Nice Tartan Asia Extreme disc, anamorphic and uncut. And I understand this one is quite weird and has a chicken fight with, I guess, a man dressed as a chicken. I don't know. It looks a bit strange, and I would expect nothing much else from Takeshi Miike. So we will see the City of Lost Souls and how that one goes. Moon Warriors. Already had this, but I got an upgrade. The previous copy I had was an ex-rental. This is nice and clean. Cost me a whole $1. Sometimes you just get lucky in the wild. And Moon Warriors is quite a rare one, so that's good. Andy Lau, Maggie Cheung. Very cool. As was this one. 1 to 7 with Michelle Yeoh. This was good fun. I watched this one already. It ends up sort of 2 rival groups fighting off against each other. And that's what I came here to see. So, yeah, and Michelle Yeoh kicking ass. Good fun. And when's it from? This is from like 92 or something. 90, no, not immediately obvious on the back here. 94, there it is, right there. And that's the thing I find with the Hong Kong action films as I'm getting in deeper with some of these ones is the uh, the films betray their age. Sometimes they look much older than you'd expect. I guess the prints they used over there, the cameras, I'm not sure. But a film that looks 1982 can actually be 1995, and that's what I've been finding out. And it's quite interesting. 1 to 7, very cool. Not hard to get that one, so. Lucked out on this one, the Hellfire Angel, which looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's a random one I just picked up because it was cheap, and I don't know a great deal about it, but I liking these legendaries. They're always really cool. And I've actually said that right. Is it Hellfire or Hellic? Geez, that font. I can't even remember anymore. But the legendaries slip out, and you get 2 covers. So there's the other art underneath, which is always really cool when you get a first pressing legendary with a slipcase, because the later ones did not have them. And yeah, so we'll check this one out. Not too sure what it's about, but couldn't argue with the price. Do know what this one's about. Black Cat. I was happy to find this one. I picked up Black Cat 2, you would have seen in the last update. And Black Cat 1 is the harder one to find. The lesser editions, non-anamorphic, are easier to find. They're still quite expensive, but then I was just lucky and got this one. The Joy Sales Legendary, without the case, as you can see, later edition. But yeah, very cool, very happy to get Black Cat. Now I can watch them in order. Awesome stuff, so that'll be good. Nice, cheap, very cheap local Blu-ray pickup of Return of the One-Armed Swordsman. 88 Films have done the first film, and this is the IVL Hong Kong release, and looks great. And I found it for a local seller for $15, which is just insane, because these usually about 50, 45, 50 if you're lucky to get these IVL discs. So who knows if 88 is going to continue on and do the sequels. So for the price I paid, happy to jump in. Very cool. Return of the One-Armed Swordsman. There's another one after it. I think it's just called The New One-Armed Swordsman. Might have been a few years later. So very cool. What have we got here? These strange shaped things. I have started to buy VCDs, video CD, for those that do not know them. So I'm always getting different formats. You've seen Laserdiscs on this channel. You see plenty of VHS, and now you're going to see VCDs. And this is what I've discovered after talking a lot with your friend of mine, Extra the Mutilator, about Hong Kong films. So many of them didn't get any further than VCD. Both of these two, I think, I know that one, License to Steal here, perhaps had a Laserdisc, but then that's where it stops. And the quality of VCDs can be a bit rough. They're definitely lower quality. And for those that have not seen them, it's usually spread across 2 discs, as in almost always. And they're CDs, so same as a music CD. And a bit too hard to flip, but the other disc is on the other side. And yeah, they were marketed in Hong Kong and Thailand and Philippines and places like that as a cheaper alternative to VHS. And then even in DVD age, still a cheap alternative. Not so cheap now to get some of these films because they're more desirable. But, that's what you got to do. So License to Steal, this was really cool. Really enjoyed this one. The Girls with Guns action films, that's sort of what I've been focusing on a lot these days. And with Joyce Cadenzi, I think is her name, front and center there. And she kicks ass, of course, in this film. And Richard Ng, I think is how you say his surname. He's one of those guys. He's like that guy in Hong Kong. I keep seeing him in everything. And yeah, good fun, action comedy. The comedy's quite light. It's good fun. Very much enjoyed. And this one was a big one to get. I was happy with this. Again, Extro kept inundating me with video clips, positively inundating me with video clips from this film, from his VCD, which convinced me that, yep, VCDs are not that bad. And
It's just like you're seeing here. This is Cynthia Khan, and she is in a bridal gown and has a machine gun. And it's a mafia type film, rival gangs, and she gets stuck in the mix of it when her new husband is killed on the wedding day, and then she picks up the gun and just goes with it. Mental film. I had a lot of fun with this. Lots of fun. And yes, there's a Laserdisc. It's impossible to find. It costs a lot of money. The VCD cost a bit too, but that's what you get if you want to get into the Hong Kong films, which I am doing and enjoying. So that's my update. These are VCDs. You're going to see more of these in the future, and hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.